Hi, welcome to This Week in Baltimore Eating with Richard Gorelick. Join us here every Thursday at 12:30 to talk about everything food-related in Baltimore. I am Amanda. That's Richard.
Hi, everybody.
I don't know what you were doing, but...
Well, seeing who made everything.
Oh, yeah.
This is Audio Technica. Audio Technica.
Uh-huh.
I only use Audio Technica headphones.
Is that all you use?
Mm-hmm.
Except you never actually use those.
No.
No, I don't.
Hi, everybody.
What's new? I think you're pretty stoked about the condiment race return, huh?
Yeah, the condiment races started up, last Friday?
Woo!
Last Thursday.
Yes!
At Oriole Park. Let's see, they've run 6 races so far. Mustard won the first 3.
Go Mustard!
Which made us think that they were going to be
No.
playing this weird game with only Mustard winning.
What was the pattern last time?
Last year, Mustard did not win until the
Ever?
22nd game.
Was it every 22nd game?
No,
Is there an algorithm?
At the end of the year, I think all the condiments had won the same amount of races. But they were being cute last year and not having Mustard win. But
And was that really frustrating for all the fans? Were people like, come on?
It would have been much cuter if the Orioles had not been doing so badly. But people were so disheartened by the Orioles' disappointing play last year that the cuteness with the condiments didn't.
They were just
well.
like, just give us a Mustard
Just
win already.
Do it. Just do it the way you used to do it, which was pretty much rotating the wins.
So the options are Mustard.
Ketchup and relish.
Relish. I think I'd be cheering for relish.
Relish.
Would be
Go
my team.
relish.
Go relish. I relish the thought.
So the condiment races are back. They've run 6, and the Orioles are doing badly again. I didn't get to. I went on opening day with our friend John Hauser.
Oh, right. Oh, I didn't know that
I went
happened.
to get the corn, the elote
Yes.
that we talked about, but they
Yes.
were sold out.
It was a popular item. Everyone
Yes.
wanted a corn. How much
Yes.
were they charging for a thing
I
of
don't know,
corn?
and took me a long time to find it out. Didn't read correctly where it was. It's at a taco stand.
Okay, well, that makes some sense.
And it's an item for sale at the taco stand, but
I feel like your research should have included how much that was going to be.
It
I
should
want to
have.
say $4. That's
would
my,
say $4.50.
I think, okay, we'll see. We'll find out. You got to still try one. Did you try the acai bowl? Nobody
Acai.
wants it. Oh, sorry.
So no.
Acai.
Acai. What I had was spent so much time looking around that I was looking at that point for a short line, and I got chips with gravy. Chips with gravy topping.
That's a thing now?
Yeah, there's
No.
they're different loaded up chips, and they're not French fries.
Not
they're
just a chip.
they're
Is it a
chips.
thick cut
They're
chip?
thick cut chips.
Okay, well, that makes some sense.
It was really pretty good.
Was there one that was like a poutine version? So there were like cheese curds or something?
no.
Just you had gravy
One
and
was
chips.
pork.
Like pulled
One
pork.
was like pulled pork. One was chicken, I think.
That's
This one was gravy. It was
interesting.
really
It's
pretty
different.
good. That
It's
was good.
different. Your mommy's here.
Hi, Mignon.
Hi, Mignon. Okay, well, that's good to know. So what other meals have you had since we last spoke?
Let's see. Our friend Elon Kutz from Orto posted a photograph of this tortellini dish from Orto, and he was admiring it and told us to admire it, and I thought, I'm going to go in there and get it. So I went in there and said, I'm going to come back later tonight for that tortellini, and they said, oh, we're running out. We'll save you one.
Whoa.
So they did. Isn't
Whoa,
that's pretty cool?
That's good service right there.
So it was mine.
You rate.
I got mine, and then I posted it on Instagram, and then we heard from another restaurant owner saying,
You're not going to name them? Because was it that ugly of a thing?
No, it was great. He said, I won't right now,
Okay.
but he said, you just missed it. I must have just missed you because they were sold out. And I said, no, they weren't sold out. When you were there, they were holding it for me.
Oh, okay, fair. Were they mad at you after
No.
that? So,
Yeah,
but you didn't even say what was the magic of this tortellini.
Oh, it was in broth, tortellini in broth, or ombrodo. That's the culinary phrase, ombrodo. And the broth was a suckling pig broth. But you wouldn't
There's
take
no pieces of pig.
No.
They just dip the pig in and like got some essence.
Get the broth of it.
So it was amazing tortellini. Well, what's in the middle of the tortellini?
I believe it was carrot, the fava beans, carrots, and Parmigiano Reggiano. Inside the tortellini was carrot.
Okay.
Where else did I eat? I had some bites at Nuna's Cafe.
Where's that?
That's right near Micah. That's a new place.
Oh, right. Is that the? Yeah, I always ask. I think I always ask what that. Yeah. So it was good.
Good for like a little bite at the bar.
Okay.
Happy hour. Good drink prices and good bite at the bar prices for little ricotta mozzarella balls. No, Parmesan. What is it? Mozzarella.
In the rice, like an arancini.
Yeah.
I don't really eat arancini. It's kind of a rich thing.
It's very rich.
So I had to run to our house yesterday for a brief meeting, and I was super excited all day because I thought that meant I was going to get to have an iced coffee to end my day. You know, I'm an iced coffee junkie. They closed that iced coffee stand at 4.
What's the iced coffee stand?
I should be allowed to have iced coffee 24/7. Yes, I should be.
Where's the iced coffee stand?
It's right when you enter. Not the main entrance, but the side entrance. I don't even know who it is.
That's the place that sells the breakfast sandwiches.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the only place that sells coffee?
There's no other iced coffee in that whole room. What, guys? Come on. I was really upset. So there's a juice bar, and I was like, well, maybe they have a semblance of something. It was all way too healthy. Yeah. So that's my complaint right now. I know I've complained in the past about some of our newfangled cafeteria-style markets, but
you wanted an iced coffee.
You should be allowed to have an iced coffee. It doesn't matter what time of day it is.
But no one was selling coffee at all?
No, there's no coffee in that place
that's
unless
weird.
you go to that one stand. Also, and then I was all desperate on the way home, but of course, on the way home means going through the suburbs. So then all my options got worse and worse and worse. So then I was just forget it. Now it's too late.
But do you what do you like in your iced coffee?
Skim milk and a little bit of sugar.
Is that what you take in your hot coffee, or you don't drink? Okay.
No, yeah. But it's ice season. It's not hot time anymore.
Because I drink iced coffee differently than I drink hot coffee.
What do you do to your iced coffee?
I have hot coffee black, but I like some kind of milk and some kind of sugar.
Like a syrup sugar is really good. The good places will do that for you.
Yeah.
Because then it'll what's it called? Evaporate.
Yep.
There's been some items this week of newsiness. You want to tell us about those?
Poppy's Tacos is opening.
Yay, up the street.
The original one remains in Fells Point, and now the new one is opening in Hamden at the site of a former drinker's bar, Dimitri's Tavern.
Yes.
Like a real bar.
A Hamden bar. Have you had a Poppy's Tacos?
Once when it first opened.
I have never, but I think you get to build your own, which is I think that's a plus.
I like building my own
like a little
stuff.
checklist kind of thing. I like that. Then this next news kind of bums you out, right?
Yeah, our friends at Henninger's Tavern have put their restaurant up for sale after more than about 30 years. So they're ready to retire.
Bummer.
Yeah, it's a bummer. So make sure you get to Henninger's Tavern because once it sells, who knows?
You don't know what's going to happen.
Open.
Go down there. Go do it. If there's any place in this city that you're like, oh, I haven't been in a couple years, just go now.
Or
go now. They're waiting for you.
Haven't been at all. Maybe people don't know Henninger's Tavern. It's in Upper Fells Point on Bank Street. Bank Street, right. Which is parallel to Eastern, maybe 2 blocks north of Eastern. And very cozy, the menu's been pretty stable over the 30 years. Just maybe a couple seafood dishes, a couple meat dishes. Standards. Classic American cooking.
Right.
If you're thinking you can't get classic American cooking anywhere, you can get it there.
Well, for now.
I really want
by the way, the Broadway Market looks gorgeous. I haven't actually eaten there yet, but I think it looks great.
I went inside the North Market, which is still in development. And just to visit that Polish deli. And the lunch place was open. Lunch place looked kind of cramped, but the rest of it should be opening in waves. And how about the South Market with a restaurant? That looks pretty cool.
But yeah, I didn't go in there.
Okay.
Farmers Market? It's Farmers Market time?
Yeah. On opening day.
Yeah.
Didn't get anything to eat there.
I got food.
No. I mean, I didn't get anything to eat live. I got things...
For later.
You
got it for later. Like you did your marketing.
Sweet potatoes.
That's how marketing works.
And bunch of pickles. I was in a pickle mood.
I know someone sitting over here who really likes pickles.
Yeah,
what kind did you get?
Pickled kosher dill pickles from the one vendor. Then the other vendor that sells also other fermented things. So I got some sauerkraut.
Ugh.
And some pickled daikon radish.
Oh, I've never had that. Did you try that yet?
No.
I'm interested about that. Mignon says her preference is iced coffee with hazelnut cream, and that's her guilty pleasure.
Oh, good for her.
I'm with you, Mignon. I understand.
Good for her.
And aren't you mad that I got shut out yesterday at 4? Come on. It's like there's a rule. Nobody's allowed to be iced coffee after 4. Also, P.S., I heard that Lord Baltimore Sky Bar opens April 26th. I was down there for a conference at some point in the last few months ago, and it's a gorgeous hotel. I have not been to the top bar ever.
I haven't either. I want to go. But it is open to the air.
I think. I'm not sure because it seems seasonal, right? I mean, they must be why.
I got into this stuck in my craw last year.
About what's a sky top? I know, I remember.
What's a rooftop bar and what's a top floor bar?
This is actually maybe a roof.
I think it's rooftop. I think it is rooftop.
So they're gonna have they have a new menu with some shareable plates like a cheese and meat board, which I'm usually always about. House cured veggies. There's a Maryland crab roll, which I'm curious about because if you're trying to do a lobster roll and just sticking crab in there, that's gonna make some people angry.
Why?
Because crab is supposed to be prepared one way, lobster is supposed to be prepared a different way. If you're from Maine, you can eat a lobster roll. If you're from here, you can eat crab, not prepared as a lobster roll.
Fair enough.
But we'll see. I don't know how they're doing it. There's Gulf shrimp kebabs. There's some more of that Mexican style street corn. I think is that going to be the food of the summer? Is that our new? Is that what
kind
we're
of
doing?
like a late trend, but
I know
not?
we missed it.
But I do love it.
Several decades. They used to always have it at the Fells Point Festival.
Yeah.
And Patterson Park.
First place I ever had it was at Mex in Power Plant Live. It was the first place in Baltimore that I knew sold it.
Really?
Huh. Yeah.
Yeah, I always used to just get it at the street fairs because that's legit. That's where you get it. So, yeah, your mom agrees with me, but she's telling me that I could have just stopped at Dunkin'. You're right. I could have. It was a different sort of feeling at the time. All right. If you just got here, you are watching This Week in Baltimore Eating with my friend Richard Gorelick. He's the best. Like, share, comment, and follow us at #JMoreEating. I'm going to make a big announcement here.
I love big announcements.
Because I've been so bad for so long, and I really need to get my act together. I'm doing it in a public forum so that I stick with it.
I like it.
It's April, which a lot of times for half the population means Lent, and you give something up, right?
Right.
For those of us, of the tribe, it's Passover, which means we have to suffer with what we eat anyway. Because we've got the matzah and gefilte fish, which no, never. But that's neither here nor there. For April, for indefinite, and giving up standalone cheese.
And by standalone cheese, you mean?
It just is cheese for cheese sake. It only exists as a nice fancy brick O cheese. I am a mega cheese fiend. So, yeah, I will go to the store and I will buy a camembert and a Roquefort and, I don't know, something else, brie, something, and just eat that as like...
That's standalone cheese.
That's its own food group for me.
But you'll still be eating cheese when it comes
cheese
along for a ride.
Yes. Because one time I did give up all cheese, and I was just so bored because guess what? Cheese makes everything better.
Cheese is great.
Cheese is incredible.
And speaking of the tribe, we can't always...
Not all of us. It's true. I actually don't suffer from that situation, but it's a weird genetic thing that our people have to deal with. Cheese hurts some of us.
Yeah,
I kind of wish it hurt me because then I would maybe cut it out. But yeah, so I can still have pizza because whatever. That's just, the cheese is just there on top of the bread part. I can still have pasta. If some cheese rolled into my salad, I can eat that.
And when are you starting?
I started. I'm done. No more bricks of cheese in my house. You will not find a chunk or a wheel.
I really try to stay away from it for health reasons.
So good.
But I will. There's a little basket at Whole Foods on the salad bar.
I didn't know about this.
And it's, when you're cutting cheeses, not all of the... Sometimes you get an end that you can't wrap up. So they take those ends and wrap them up and put them in a basket. And for $2, you can get to try...
That's brilliant, and I kind of wish you hadn't told me because that's going to really challenge this whole new mission of mine. I never knew. And also, that they probably do it for people who want to cook, right? Because a rind of Parmesan in a soup is incredible.
They do sell the rinds, but this is not always what you want in this basket. It's just what they have.
Odds and ends.
Yeah, so it's... Sometimes you just pass it up. I pass it up entirely because I'm always looking for goat and sheep because I think I'm experimenting with cheese to see if... goat. I've heard that goat is better.
Yeah, they're people who usually aren't tolerant can have a goat cheese.
Yeah,
but a lot of people don't like it because of the texture situation. But I like a goat cheese.
I'm okay with goat. I really prefer sheep. Is my favorite.
Is this in every Whole Foods?
Yeah.
How did I always miss this? I can't even
Usually
believe it.
it's a salad bar. There's a basket of
I guess
ends.
maybe I never really stopped by their salad bars because they're so expensive.
They are expensive.
But that's cool. That's a nice tip. I like knowing that. Maybe one day when I fall off the wagon, the cheese wheel, when I fall off the cheese wheel, I'll go check that out. All right, so Passover is approaching, as we talked about. Did your family traditionally use the Maxwell House Haggadah?
No, we used, and I've had to look up the name. It's, I don't know what it's really known widely as, but it's a Goldberg Haggadah.
I don't even know about this one.
It's yellow with that red kind of decorative border, and the illustrations are so emblazoned in my mind, like the almost, I guess, woodcut, heavy woodcut illustration.
That's kind of nice.
Like, I don't know if it's typical for Haggadah, but there's like, you know how the Seder's all about telling the story? Mm-hmm. Well, typical for Jews, the Haggadah is not telling the story, but it's talking about telling the story. so much of it is about, why are we here telling the story? Well, we're going to tell a story, and then
now we're gonna tell the
they
story.
barely tell the story at all, but it's so much about why we're gathered to tell the story. It's weird to me.
Yeah, I don't know that
But that's
one.
very Jewish, I think.
It probably. I mean, yeah.
How about you? What do you
Well,
use?
so every household I ever went to a Seder at always had a Maxwell house. That was the legit straight up thing. But then people started to get more aware and woke, right? Passover woke edition. So then there's some Haggadahs that are maybe feminist or political, or, you know, at some point they started to have theme. Every Seder has started to have a theme where you compare getting on the desert to whatever thing we're going through at the time, right? But this is the reason I'm asking you, because I'm already like way late on this news, but there's a new Marvelous Mrs. Maisel Haggadah, which is genius.
I saw.
I know.
And how does it? Is it like threaded throughout the whole thing, or?
Oh, I don't know, because I haven't gotten my hands on one. Because guess how you have to get one?
By subscribing to HBO?
No. That's interesting. No. Well, first of all, it's an Amazon show.
Oh.
You have to order some Maxwell House. Because they partnered from Amazon. Nobody wants any Maxwell House. That's like the great big joke of it. Do you want Maxwell House?
I am fine with Maxwell House. I find that I can tolerate Maxwell House grade coffee in the morning better than better coffee.
So this is the other thing, which I never understood. But like growing up, you always had to have instant coffee for like Seder or something. And I never got why you couldn't have real coffee. But apparently it's because it's too hard to clean out the coffee machine. But I don't even understand why the coffee machine would have anything illegal about it. It's not yeasty. It's not rising. It's not. So I'm confused about all that.
I think you just have to get rid of.
So coffee is maybe chametz, or there's crumbs in there. I don't know. But that's why people went instant. I never understood that before. I didn't know that.
But it's weird how people used to just cavalierly drink coffee. Like so much in the evening back when we were kids. Everyone had coffee. I couldn't drink.
And it wasn't good tasting coffee.
No.
I know.
Do you have a jar of instant in your house?
No. I have a really funny instant story. It was horrible, but I'm not going to tell it here because I was like in so much trouble. I'll tell you offline.
Okay.
And if anyone wants to know, join our Facebook discussion group, which we have now for this show.
Right.
So join it, and then I'll tell you their story. But anyway, somebody get your hands on a Mrs. Maisel Haggadah and tell us all about it, because I think that's brilliant. What's your advice for getting through a week of matzah?
Dried fruit.
Poor people. My advice is just carb load right now. Eat everything leavened you can get your hands on. Eat like a sourdough bread daily until Passover. And then by the time Passover happens, you'll be like, yeah, whatever. I don't need any bread or bagels or pizza.
When does Passover? Next Friday? A week from Friday?
Yeah.
And do you have a Seder? Where's your Seder?
I'm not Sedering.
You're not?
No. This is all just me talking.
I'm going to my brother's in-laws.
Oh, nice. So they have a Haggadah there that they use.
I'm pretty sure it's the Goldberg.
That'd be so awesome, though, if you showed up with like 6 Mrs. Maisels. How awesome would that be? You'd have to order a lot of Maxwell House.
Rabbi Jose. Go ahead.
Do you have anything else you want to say before I wrap up?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so we do have some really good excuses or uses for your leftover matzah when you get to that point, and those are up online now at jmoreliving.com. And
what?
Hauser made them. I taught him what matzah brai was, so he did that. He made a matzah brai recipe. He made a chicken schnitzel and spatzel recipe.
Oh, yum.
And like a chocolate truffle-y thing that's rolled in the...
What did he end up making the spetzel out of?
Matzah meal.
Matzah meal.
Yeah, he used matzah meal for everything. And
cool.
matzah for the brai. So we have those up now online. And I'm going to add that my podcast co-host, Rabbi Eli Yogev, is going to join me here tomorrow. We're going to talk a little bit more about Passover. He knows more stuff, so it'll actually be an informed discussion. And I'm attending his Haggadah class at Beth Tefillah on Monday, and he's going to teach me all of this stuff that I know nothing about.
Is it like a one-off Haggadah class?
It's maybe a one-off. You want to come? It's Monday night.
If I can go Monday.
At Beth Tefillah. I could even drive you if you got here.
Which one's Beth Tefillah?
Beth Tefillah is like you turn left on Old Court and then it's out onto Torah Drive or something. But I can take you if you get to here. If I can
get off Monday.
Yeah, you should come. So. It's gonna be like, and he said he's gonna have games and songs, and it's just, and like he's gonna show all varieties of Haggadot.
Haggadah.
Haggadah, heck yeah. So that's happening. You've been watching This Week in Baltimore Eating with Richard Gorelick. For more food fun, sign up for This Week in Baltimore Eating newsletter at jmoreliving.com/newsletters. Join our foodie Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/Baltimore Eating. See you next week.